Okay, well, thanks so much for taking the time, Elizabeth. It's great to get to talk to you. So let's just start off right with the beginning for you. I'm very curious, how did you get into MMA? What was your starting point?
Pues bueno, la verdad todo fue un hobby, empezó
She
porque
was
quería hacer
professional
ejercicio.
cycling, you know.
Anteriormente
She
yo
started with
practicaba
cycling, and
ciclismo de manera
and she
competitiva,
retired
ciclismo
from
de pista,
cycling,
ciclismo de ruta.
professional cycling.
Cuando me retiro del ciclismo, como a los 23
She
años,
should
22,
get into the
me metí a
university,
estudiar a la universidad,
and she
empecé a
studied,
trabajar
and
y
she
dejé de
take
hacer
1 year
totalmente
without
ejercicio y estuve como un año
doing
más o
anything
menos
for
sin hacer
exercise.
nada de
And she
deporte
started with
y
in a
fue cuando
Muay Thai
entré a
academy.
una como
But
academia de Muay Thai, pero solamente
she liked it,
para
but
hacer
that
ejercicio,
was
solamente para
not
mantenerme en forma
the way
y
she
ahí fue
wanted.
cuando me empezó a
And
llamar mucho la
then
atención, me empezó a
and she
gustar
also
bastante.
her
Después mi
cousin
primo, que
invited her
también es
to
peleador
his academy
profesional, me
of
invitó a su
MMA
academia, que es una
academy,
academia pequeña,
and she
y
started to
empecé
like the
a
MMA in
entrenarlo,
that way.
aprendí a
And
especializarme más en
her
esa área
cousin
y pues me empezó a
saw
llamar
that
también,
she
también la
has a
atención
lot of
esa
qualities,
parte
I love
de las
the
artes
courage,
marciales.
the talent
Después mi primo pues
to
empezó a
start in
ver que
MMA,
tenía
and
cualidades, que me
he
gustaba,
take her
que era
to
como
Lobo
más
Gym
constante
with
y
Alexa,
fue
with
cuando ya él
Irene,
me
and
dijo que
when
me iba a
he
invitar
was in
un
when she
gimnasio
starts in
donde
Lobo
pues me
Gym,
podían
she
ayudar
said,
más
"That's
a
for me."
aprender y a crecer más como peleadora y fue cuando me invitó a Lobo Gym.
All right, very cool. And, just what do you enjoy most about fighting? Because that's a big difference, going from cycling to, punching people in the face.
Sí, bueno, la verdad es que
She
cuando
said that,
comencé
in
no me
fact,
gustaba
she
mucho
didn't
los
like it,
golpes, como sí me daban miedo
the
y ya
punches,
incluso los primeros
punching
cambios
and
que
get
hacía
punches.
en la
So, and
academia de
also
ciclismo
she
llegué a
cried
sudar y a desesperarme
a lot of
mucho,
times,
pero
and
era
and said, "Why I'm
me retaba
crying?"
demasiado
And
ese
push
deporte, era
herself,
tan
"Why
difícil
I'm
para mí
crying?" And
que
that
yo decía,
push
ay no, es que ¿por qué
push
yo?
her
¿Por
to
qué
get
es tan
better,
difícil?
to
Y
to
era
get
mi más
more
mi coraje de
professional,
que no
and
podía hacerlo, que
at the
dije,
end,
no, sí lo quiero
it's
hacer y
become
era
a
algo que me
challenge for
retaba y
her,
esa sensación me
to
gustaba mucho.
increase
Y ya cuando me
her
empecé a
technique,
aprender
and
la técnica, que
defeat
no era solo golpear a lo tonto, que
this
tenía
fear
su estrategia,
to punch.
técnica, contragolpes.
Absolutely, I can imagine, just from that transition, like I mentioned. But do you feel it was probably beneficial, right, to have that career in cycling, something, that really helps with your cardio, and then for a sport that is also very taxing like MMA? You think it's a good move, right?
Pues más que nada la disciplina
She
que
said that
pues
the
desde
most important
pequeño
thing
tuve, o sea,
that
como
cycling
desde
gave
como
her
los
is
13
the
años empecé
discipline,
con el ciclismo,
because
entonces
it's
se
a
forjó
very
esa
hard
disciplina en
sport,
mí de ir a
and all the
entrenar, de
discipline,
comer bien, de competir,
eating good,
no
and
salir a
all the
fiestas, o sea, de
working
ser
hard.
disciplinada, entonces yo creo que eso pues también
Don't
me
go
ayudó
to
mucho a que
parties
se
and
me
all the
hiciera algo
stuff.
normal, ¿no? Ya
The most
cuando
important thing is
debuté ya en este
discipline, and
deporte,
also the
obviamente
cardio also too,
ya
and
estoy
the
más
most
grande
important
de
thing,
edad, soy
one
más
of the most
madura y ya
important
como
things
que
is mentality.
me
You
enfoco más
know,
ya en mi
when
trabajo y ya lo
you
hago un
think
poquito mejor
you can't,
que
and
cuando estaba
when she
más
was
pequeña,
in
pero
a
yo creo que sí,
competition, in a
más que nada es
race of
eso,
cycling,
que todo
that
depende de alto
mentality gives you
rendimiento
to
que da
the
eso, la disciplina,
gives
y por
you takes
supuesto
you
que el cardio, la
to win.
resistencia, la mentalidad que debes de tener en un deporte, que cuando a veces sientes que no puedes más.
Yeah, for sure. And, going to your start in MMA, your first fight, unfortunately, didn't go your way, but, I'm sure a great learning experience. So, in terms of what you learned from that debut performance, what would you say was kind of the biggest thing for you?
Pues yo creo que trabajar más en mi mentalidad,
The
porque
most
creo que el
important
trabajo
lesson
técnico y
was
el
the
trabajo
mentality,
se
because
hizo.
there was
Yo
in
creo que
that
ahí lo
fight there
que
was a
falló
lot
en
of
mí fue mi
external
mentalidad.
facts or external
Fueron
stuff
tantas cosas, tantas
she couldn't
factores
handle, like
que pasaron
her rival
que
in
pueden llegar
that
a
time
pasar, pueden seguir pasando, pero no
didn't
lo supe manejar
get
mentalmente.
the
El
weight,
hecho de que las chicas
and
me
also a
vetaron,
little
que me
stuff
cambiaron de
problems
contrincante,
with
que mi
her
coach no llegó
corner,
a la pelea.
and
Todo eso creo que
that
me dio
factors
mucha inseguridad
affect
y no
her
sé, creo
performance, because the technique
que eso fue
stuff
lo
and
que
the physical
tengo que
stuff
trabajar y estoy
was
trabajando
done,
muchísimo más en
but
eso,
not the
¿no? En
mentality. So that's a
confiar
very
en mí
important
y
lesson
decir, se
of
hizo el
this is the
trabajo y
mentality
hacerlo, ¿no?
and control of mentally all the external stuff she couldn't handle in that fight.
So, kind of one of the bigger debates, I guess, in MMA is kind of if the sport is more mental or physical, like which side it lays on. And just from talking to you right now so far, having gone through cycling and now MMA, I feel like you'll lean towards it's more of a mental thing. Is that fair to say for you?
Sí, definitivamente creo que es
She said definitely mental is the hardest stuff. And also she said 50-50, but if you're not relaxed, focused, concentrate, and mental side, you won't give the 100%. Also, if you have very good technical work and physical work, if you don't have the mentality, all goes to the trash.
Right. And that fight for you was in 2019, right? So were you hoping to fight in 2020 and it just didn't happen, or like what's the story there?
Sí, 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 había habido pláticas de
She
pelear
said
en el
that
2020,
there was a
en
lot
los
of talks
en el mes
and
de
reunions and
junio del
negotiations
2020,
for
pero
fighting
por
in
todo lo que
2020,
pasó
but
con el coronavirus,
in
varias
the month
partes
of June,
cineras que
more or
ya
less.
estaban
But
antes que
all the
yo,
stuff of
como
coronavirus and
cancelaron,
all stuff,
tuvieron que retomar con muchos
Lux
peleadores
Fight
que ya
has
tenían
this
carteleras anteriores.
compromise
Entonces,
with
por
another
eso no hubo
fighters
ningún trato con
before
Lux.
her,
Sí
so
había habido
they have
pláticas
to
con ellos, más no se concretó
complete
nada.
these compromises,
Pero yo
and
me
all
mantuve
this
trabajando en lo que me
go
pude
down
levantar, me
or
mantuve
go
activa, haciendo
for
lo que
say that.
podía físicamente, técnica, costal, sombra, etcétera.
Yeah, just unfortunate, situation that we've had to deal with last year and all that. But, you're getting ready to fight again, so I'm sure you're very excited for that. And just what are you looking forward to, maybe showing off the most in this upcoming fight?
Sí, pues estoy súper contenta por
She said
regresar,
that
muy
she's so
emocionada,
excited about this, of
preparándome
coming
súper
back
bien, me
to
siento
from this
muchísimo mejor que en la
pause,
pelea anterior, mi
and
campamento fue
she's
mucho mejor que la
focused,
pelea
more focused
anterior
in
y
her
todavía
own job
faltan 2 semanas, todavía sigo
and not
trabajando
of
esta semana
her
duro
opponent.
y
She's
pues
trying to
pues estoy
getting
esperando, la
better
verdad no
in
la he
technical, in
visto mucho,
mentality,
solamente
in
vi lo
physical. She
normal,
has
pues de
2 weeks
mide, más o menos
more
cuántas peleas
to get
tiene,
to
sé que
prove
va a
this,
ser su debut
and she's so
profesional,
excited because
sé que tiene ya experiencia
her
en peleas
training
amateur,
camp
pero
it's
no me enfoco mucho
is
en mi contrincante,
a lot
me
better than
enfoqué en este campamento
the
en
past.
mí, en
So
mi
she's
mente,
so excited,
mi
and she has two
físico, mi
weeks more
técnica,
to getting
mejorar
better
en
to this
todas las áreas.
compromise.
Yes, and I'm very excited as well. It's going to be great to see you back. And, of course, still very early on in your career, but getting to be a part of the Lux Fight League, which I think is a very good, top quality promotion, in Mexico in particular. How has it been, just working with them so far?
Pues bueno, la verdad es que yo
She said that
cuando
when
empecé a pelear
she
amateur,
watched
yo veía,
Alessandra
veía a
Costa,
Diego,
Diego
veía a Alessandro,
Lopez, and
veía a
Hugo
unos
Flores,
que
she
peleaban en
said, "I
México
want to
y
be
te lo
there,"
juro que
and
yo cuando
she
vi
is
un
there.
evento así
It's
dije,
like a dream
wow,
come
yo
true.
quiero pelear en
She
un
says
lugar
she's
así un
so
día.
young
Y el estar aquí ahora,
in her age and
también
also in looks
súper
in her
emocionada,
career.
es
So
como un
4 years.
logro más.
She has four
Obviamente
years
me
in the
falta mucho
MMA,
camino
so
por
it's
recorrer,
a dream
soy
come
muy
true,
joven
and they
todavía en este
they
deporte, tengo
are
4 años y
they have
medio que
been
comencé a entrenar,
so
pero creo que
kind
los
with her,
pasos
so
que he dado
supportive
son
with her, and that
certeros
she's
y
very
Lux ha
happy to
sido
be
muy, muy,
in
muy
Lux Fight League,
demasiado amables
and
conmigo,
I know
demasiado, es
what's
una liga
next. No?
que
Yeah, definitely some great support to have. And just speaking of that, working with the Lobo Gym, we already mentioned Irene, Aldana, and Alexa Grasso, and Diego Lopez as well. I mean, just what's it been like getting to work with them and, learn from some of the best from your country?
no, pues la verdad yo me siento súper afortunada,
She said
me
that
siento
she's
súper
living her
agradecida
own dream
pues
every
con el
day
universo
since
porque
she
estoy en el
trains
lugar
in
que
Lobo
siempre
Gym,
soñé, la verdad
and
siempre lo
she
digo, yo
learns a
vivo mi
lot
sueño
of
todos los días
these
vivo
three
mi sueño estando
monsters,
en
and
Lobo
she
Gym,
tries to take
teniendo los
advantage of all
compañeros que
these
tengo
uh,
y pues
tips and
aprovechando, ¿no?
lessons and all the
Aprovechar todo
stuff.
lo que
And she
saben,
also said that
tratando de
she
absorber
came
lo más
here to
posible
Puebla. She's a
y bueno,
city near to
este
Mexico
campamento
City
en
to
particular
finish
estuve
her
dos
training
semanas
camp
en Puebla
in the
en el gimnasio de
Brazilian
Diego, en
Warriors.
Brazilian
Is
Warriors
the
y
Diego Lopez gym,
aprendí
and also
en esas dos
Francisco Grasso
semanas
moved to
lo que
there
no te
also,
imaginas, de verdad que
and she
aprendí
learned in
muchísimo
2 weeks
y pues
a
estoy
lot
muy
of
contenta y
stuff. A lot
ansiosa
of
por mi
that's
entrada el
why
día de
this
hoy.
training camp is one of the best in her career.
Awesome stuff there. And just from what I always see on like social media from Irene and Alexa, it seems like they're always having so much fun in training. Is it that fun all the time, or does it get serious too?
Pues no, fíjate que sí es muy divertido el
She said
entrenamiento,
that there's a
mis
lot of fun
compañeros
when
son
you train
súper
in Lobo Gym.
todos hacen comentarios ahí de
In one
repente
time,
bailan, de
Irene
repente
dances
están
and then Alexa
bromeando,
sings.
pero
But
sí, o
there's
sea,
sometimes
trabajamos,
when
tratamos de
when
disfrutarlo,
it
¿no? Si
has
no te
very
gusta
serious
algo, no lo
moments,
disfrutas
like
ni
the
para qué lo
circle
haces.
of death, they
Pero
call
sí
it,
hay
when
momentos
you
en los
have
que
the
también se
sparring
pone
in
serio el
the circle
entrenamiento,
around
sobre todo
her
en los
to take these
sparrings del
punches and
círculo de
defend
la muerte.
yourself. That's one of the
Se
most
pone muy
the one
interesante.
that's one of the most serious stuff in Lobo Gym, the Circle of Death, and other things like strategy and stuff. But in general, there's a lot of fun in Lobo Gym's training.
Yeah, the Circle of Death definitely sounds like something pretty serious. So I believe you there.
I know.
But also at Lobo Gym, I know Karina Rodriguez also there. And I'm curious, are you guys related at all, or is it just, same last name?
No, somos amigas, nada más, nos apellidamos igual, pero sí, sí nos han preguntado, pero no, somos solo amigas.
She said, you're not the only one that asked that question. There's no relative in there. They are just friends, but they're just very good teammates and also very good friends.
Of course, just had to make sure, It would have been cool.
That's okay.
So, Elizabeth, as you continue to grow in your career and go farther, I imagine, you want to get on a global scale and really get yourself out there. And in doing that, do you think is it important for you to kind of represent Mexico proudly, because, you already have so many great role models? Do you want to kind of do the same and follow along as, Irene and Alexa, as we've mentioned here?
Claro, absolutamente. Yo creo que
she's going to be step by step. She also dreams with UFC, obviously, and represent Mexico as well as Irene and Alexa. But she's taking step by step all this. First this fight, then the LUX belt, and then who knows? The sky's the limit.
Of course, yeah. I wasn't trying to rush anything, but fun to look ahead a little bit. So, all right, Elizabeth, I will leave you with one last thing. It's been great. Thank you so much for the time. Just when it comes to hobbies and things that you like to do outside of, let's say, sports and athletics in general, just what are some other things you like to do? Whether it's like video games, you like to watch movies a lot. What are some things you like to do outside of sports?
Pues la verdad soy una persona muy tranquila.
Her hobbies are, she's a very calm girl, very calm girl. Everything is at her home, watching movies, but her most hobby is listen and dance music on her own, alone, at her house, and also her cats. She's like the cat girl, like Irene, They have the same disease,
That's excellent. How many cats do you have right now? Because I think last time I checked with Irene, you got two. She said she had 7, so you got to catch up.
I know. What a disease! 7 cats, So
many. Oh, hey, you made it to the end. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you like this video and want to see more like it, give it a like and maybe subscribe if you haven't already. Until then, we'll see you next time.